Hi, in this tutorial we're going to make a block with yellow dots on it. I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. So I'm going to have my new layer icon down at the bottom here and make a new layer. And I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call that square. In that square I'm going to draw a rectangular marquee. And in there we're going to pick a color, so I'm going to go over to my color swatch and pick a yellow. Or, yeah, we'll put a yellow in there. And then we use again Alt and Backspace to fill that. Next I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn that one off. I can turn both of the layers off. So I turned off the background layer, which is this layer, and I turned off the yellow square layer. And I'm going to go to Select and Deselect. I don't need any selection going on here at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to draw, make a new junk layer, makes no difference at this point, a new layer above this one. And again, you don't have to name this one or anything else because it's not going to make a difference. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to make a circle. And in that circle, I'm going to fill it. In this case, I'll make a red dot. So I'm going to fill that with a color. So Alt and Backspace. So now I have a red dot sitting on my layer. I have a yellow square, and this is your background color. So at this point, you don't need to see any of those other colors. You just need to see that red square, the red circle, sorry. Next, go change your marquee selection at the very top. You're going to change that to a square. And you're going to go and you're going to highlight just around the edges of your circle. And I try to get it about even all the way around. So this, the top, the bottom, the left, and the right should all be even. And you're going to go to Edit, and you're going to say Define Pattern, or yeah, Define Pattern. Click OK, and you'll see a red dot, and you can call this whatever you want. So I'm just going to call it dot. Click OK. Now that again, it's junk. We don't need it. You can just delete it. So if you hit your delete key on your keyboard or backspace, it's deleted away. At that point, we can go select and deselect. You don't need any of the dancing ants there. I'm going to make both my layers visible. So there's my red square, and I have a layer made already above this. On this one, I'm going to call it red dots. Now, at this point, what you're going to do is I'm going to draw a selection with my selection tool, the same shape, size as my yellow square. When that's selected, and again we're on the layer at the very top, which is going to be where the red dots are going to be placed, I'm going to go to Edit. We're going to go to Fill. Sorry, I'll look for that. And when this comes up, you're going to see that there's a whole bunch of different things. Normally it'll look like this. It'll say foreground color, but in this particular case you're going to say pattern. When that comes up, you're going to look in here and there's going to be a whole bunch of patterns, but at the very bottom there should be a red dot. Click on it, click OK, and you will have all your different dots will show up there. At that point, we want to make them kind of look a little bit better. So I'm going to double click on the blue of the layer palette, and you'll see over here, there's the eye, and I can turn that on, turn that off. Over here I'm going to double click on the blue, and again, when you do this, you're going to go and you're going to add a bevel and emboss. I'm going to click right on the words bevel and emboss, and I'm going to take the depth, and you can pull that up a little bit. You do this really slowly, and you can actually see what's going on. I'm going to pull the size up a little bit, and I'm going to soften them out. So that gives a little bit better look. At that point, you can click OK. The last thing we want to do is, when we go in, we're actually going to go and we're going to highlight. On your computer, you might have a little link here, and you'll put a link on here. In this case, I'm going to take both of these, and I'm going to highlight the two of them together. And I'm going to go to Edit, this is the last step, Transform, and Distort. And at that point, you can take this top right corner, I'm going to bring that down like that. My top left corner, I will take over here. My top right or bottom left corner can go this way, and my bottom right corner can go over like that. and I can hit enter,